Hello, here we are. It is upon us, Hive 2. This is the first time that I've done factory patches for commercial synth. I'm really excited about it. I was able to do some factory patches for Hive 1.2 last December, I think it was, but we did not yet have a finished XY matrix. Here you can see we have the XY matrix now. That wasn't there in 1.2, and it was still the old GUI. So I'm going to do a walkthrough of the factory patches that I have for it. But as you can see here in the patch description, new in Hive 1.2, the new in Hive 1.2 patches do not have proper XY assignments in the XY tab. And if you try to mess with it, it won't go well. But in the Hive 2 patches, let's see. Yeah, new in Hive 2, those patches do have proper XY assignments. So be forewarned when you're going through my old patches that only the ones from Hive 2 will have the proper XY assignments. And there's the saved searches here. Let's see here. There used to be saved searches. Where'd it go? Oh, okay. And also under the author tab or whatever it is. But that's showing my patches on my computer. So where is it? Search history. There it is. Okay, new in Hive 2. So here, I'll just go through the Hive 2 ones for now. And yeah. I just woke up, just had a cup of coffee, guys. I'm not sharp right now. It takes a minute. All right. So that is what it is. It's kind of a club thing. Here, I'm on the wrong keys. Now, the XY assignments make this one a little bit more interesting. I was surprised by some of those assignments. Fun. Okay, Black Forest. This one is more ambient. Okay, so yeah, with the Hive 2 patches, the XY assignments are right. that controls the speed. I forgot. Cool. You get that kind of, that big Blade Runner boom thing that you can do to introduce that patch that we all know and love. This one actually made it into the What's New in Hive 2 video, the official Hive video. It's the intro patch. I was actually really proud of that. And Urs himself told me that he really likes this patch. Mod wheel. There's a dirty spot in the mod wheel when you're coming back down, somewhere around 25-30%. Filter. I love the reverb in Hive. It's just, it can be really immense. This one is a bit strange, as the name suggests. I've forgotten what a lot of these XY assignments do. That's just delay and chorus. This one. Sounds better, a bit lower. So yeah, it'll surprise you. It's a nice pad. Oh, I'm proud of this one. Not enough people who are demoing Hive 2 right now are actually using the XY controls. It's a good XY matrix. It deserves to be shown off. That's kind of cool. Yeah, I like that one. This one is typical me. Weird. Some sample rate reduction from the corrode effect. Okay. This one is weird. Am I saying my patches are weird? A little bit? This is typically weird. Yeah, that one's a bit strange. Oh, I like this one. Okay, this is typical horror movie kind of stuff here. Mod wheel. I love what happens here. Ah, and aftertouch makes it scream. That's when something truly terrifying happens. But then the XY controls make it don't go in there. Don't do it. Distortion. The Brian Lake seal of approval. Ooh, this is a pretty pad. Maybe there's a happy ending in your horror movie. Aftertouch and mod wheel have a nice balance. Sentient trees. And yes, that title is inspired by the OA Part 2, which was amazing. Guess what this patch is like? Yes, it's weird. It's the weirdest of the Hive patches. It's the absolute weirdest of them all. This one, it's odd. I'm doing weird things with the modulation of the delay time. It's different. I'm actually really surprised that Victor said he liked that one too. So I was expecting that to be one of the patches that slipped through the cracks. But anyways, this is another spooky wookie sound. I love what I did with, I'm modulating a reverb parameter. It is, I believe it's the pre-delay size. I'm doing something really weird with the pre-delay of the reverb. And that's what's causing that. Almost sounds like you're running your fingernail up and down a guitar string or something. Mod wheel. Aftertouch. Oh yeah. Distortion. With extra reverb and delay. That one's good. Okay, so that's all of my Hive 2 patches and my 1.2 patches. Nice pad. These don't have proper XY assignments, so I am not going to fiddle with the XY controls. That's the Afterburner. Title says it all. Don't remember too much about this one. I forget about my patches sometimes. Aftertouch. A startling amount of people don't have Aftertouch on their controllers, and I understand why. It can be an expensive feature, but you really should have Aftertouch on your controller. If you don't, you're kind of missing... You're missing a lot. You're missing out on a lot. It's important. Beautifully cold. There's a lot available to you there in the mod wheel. Aftertouch. moving right along. This is another kind of drum-centric thing. I did a thing. I've got a couple of patches like this, and I figured out a way to de-key track an oscillator. And as you can see, it's like the first thing that I did here in the mod matrix. It actually takes up 3 spots, and you have to go -100, -100, -66.67 on either the oscillator tune or the sub tune. Takes up a little bit of room in the mod matrix. Sometimes I wish there was just a way to just push a button or something to de-key track the oscillator, so you didn't have to use up slots in the mod matrix. But oh well, that's how you de-key track an oscillator to make that kick drum stay put. Minor eighths. What is that one? Very velocity sensitive. I think this one I actually wasn't going to submit, but I like the way that it sounds up high at very low velocities. It sounds 80s. But it's a very simple sounding patch. Oh yeah. I just like the sound of that. Oh, that's right. There's a this LFO 2 is a saw up. Weird. This one, not weird. Aftertouch kind of brings out those crickets, or those I really like that one. That's a good pad. This one is more of a very basic. The mod wheel kind of gives it some room. Very simple. If I was creating some crazy like Blue Man Crew kind of almost like tube sounding kind of things. And Quantum Flux. Let's see here. Am I still in the... Yeah. I want to go low. I want to go high. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Sidechain triads. I've forgotten what a number of these sound like. Maybe at 120. All of them use wavetables. Every single one of those presets use wavetables. And that's... Oh, wait. Not it. I'm using... You have a nice way of being able to observe your wavetables now within the hexagon. Spirit Guide. It's weird. And one more, but it's really simple bass. Well, not really a bass. Sort of, kind of a bass. Too fast. All right, that's enough of that. So those are all my factory patches for Hive so far. Let's just go to an init preset. Okay. All right, so anyways, Hive 2. It's already been reviewed a lot, but people aren't paying attention enough to the function generators. And I understand why, because they're kind of modular in nature, and they can be kind of difficult to figure out. We have a new scope now, and the cool thing about the scope that I like, without, before you assign anything into these 4 slots here, it's basically just an oscilloscope, okay? And I think you can zoom in here, right? And then put it back. Fine. But the cool thing about this scope is that you can observe control signals, which is really nice, because sometimes when you get these crazy modulations, you want to be able to look at the control signals to see how it's behaving, because it can get confusing sometimes. So the function generator is basically an envelope follower. And envelope. Okay, so you have basically just the envelope signal. And right now it's just really fast because both attack and decay time are all the way down. So let's turn those up. Okay. And you can freeze as well. You could freeze the whole thing. Okay. And so then you have the rest of these, because on both sides you have 2 function generators. So they're both basically attack and decay envelopes. And they have the gate signals that you can produce in different ways. You get different kinds of gates behaving in different ways. The rise gate Okay. As you can see, it only that on-off signals from 0 to 1. It only happens when the envelope is rising. Very simple. The still signal, which is see, I can add those. I think that's really cool. But you can only add 4, but I think it's really cool that you can add them like that. And you don't even really have to hover them over this window. You can just drop them right into the hexagon. Oh, I gotta unfreeze it. Okay, see how that still signal is all the way up? That's because the envelope isn't doing anything. It's still, it's off, it's not doing anything. But when it does do something, okay, you see when when the envelope is doing something, then the still signal is 0. And when it's not doing anything, when the envelope isn't doing anything, it's 1, right? Simple stuff. So let's go the other way. Let's drop this envelope in now and have fall, and you can right click none. I don't want to do that right now. And let's have this envelope, give it some attack and decay. Oop, unfreeze it. Okay, and as you can see, as the envelope was falling, so they're both the same, but the second function generator just produces some different gate signals. Okay, so its gate signals are fall and move, whereas the first function generator's gate signals are rise and still. So as you can see, the fall signal is going to go from 0 to 1 when the envelope is falling. And just drop that in here, unfreeze it. Okay, so as you can see, the move is the opposite of still. You know, remember when the envelope wasn't doing anything, the still signal would go to 1. It would turn on. This is the opposite of that. The moving signal will go from 0 to 1 when the envelope is moving, when the envelope is doing something. Okay, so it's the opposite of still. So these are just 4 different ways of producing gate signals, 0 to 1, on and off. And you can do some interesting things with that. Another cool thing, I'm not really done with the function generators, because I just showed you what those gate signals do, right? Well, you can trigger them with these inputs. So it's not just simple attack and decay envelopes. These things can be triggered with your either AMP envelope, your mod envelopes, your LFOs, and also your shape sequencers, which I'll get to. But yeah, just LFO1. Actually, I'm using the wrong thing here. None. And let's just take a look at these. This envelope, fall, and rise. So now the LFO is triggering the envelope, as you can see. Actually, I actually don't have to press a note now because it's just going. So now we can just look at the signal. Yeah. So there's some different behavior here. If you speed up the envelope in envelope mode, as you can see, because the speed of the LFO is faster than the speed of the envelope, that it is actually now taking away from the envelope signal right here. Let's say that you don't like that though. There's a one-shot mode that will preserve the attack and decay. It will preserve the duration of the envelope. It will let the envelope complete its decay phase. And if the attack phase happens after after the reset of the LFO, then it'll actually just wait for the LFO to trigger the attack phase. And so this is a way of actually getting a slower rhythm than you would actually get out of your LFO. So if I really crank the rate on the LFO, you get something kind of like that. If I turn the LFO down, right, you get something that's not happening a lot, right? It's very hit and miss. So that is an interesting way to get some interesting rhythms. And there's also the cycle modes, and I didn't read up on that much. They're kind of here. Let's just click it on. Let's find out together. So as you can see, in certain places, the envelope is almost kind of like it's restarting. Let's turn this. Let's see here. None. Where's the none option? Where's the option for none? That's weird. None isn't an option. So when you assign it, oh, is that a mistake? That can't be. That's weird. I don't see it. I don't see a none option. Unassign? Maybe unassign. Whoa. I don't see. Am I not seeing it? Amp, LFO 1 and 2, mod 1 and 2, sequence gate, vibrato. Or maybe we should just uncheck it. No, you can't just uncheck it. Right click. No. So once you assign it, you're stuck with something. Well, that's got to be fixed. I don't see an option for unassign. Unassign. If I went back to envelope mode. I don't see an unassign option or none. Well, I think I just found something. That's got to be fixed, guys. You should be able to actually put that back to none or unassign it to get none back where we started. But once you select it, once you select something, it's got to be something. It's got to be one of these targets, and you can't just have none again. Fix that. Okay. Not the end of the world, but fix it. Okay, so what's init again, since we were playing with those? Okay, so let's not look at those anymore. Let's look at something else. So anyways, now we have the shape sequencers, which are exactly what you pretty much think they are, but they're a little cooler as well. Okay, and let's just, and you now have these little handles now where you can drag and drop it onto your target, and then there's this little red dot that appears, and you can just grab that red dot and you can, it's kind of massive-y, right? Like, that's cool. And there's a slope. Let's make it longer. Maybe I'm grabbing the wrong one. Oh, I'm working on shape B. Ah. Why is that weird rhythm? Something's going on. We gotta start over again. Let's pick the right one this time. And give me a low pass filter. All right, shape A. do 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 do. I don't exactly know why it's doing that rhythm. I don't not like it. It's just I don't understand exactly why we're getting this weird do 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 do. Why are we getting this really short one and then a longer one? Oh, because of this. Okay. I thought it was just this one running, but yes, we've got this. Okay, sorry. A little confusion there. But anyways, the cool thing is that you can ratchet this with the mouse wheel. I can. Okay, it's a bit strange, but. But you can also get these weird things by moving these. Okay, and here, let's just get rid of these guys because they're an eyesore. So let's say I wanted a triangle shape. Oh, and you can go back and forward through these arrows, so you don't have to actually click on this, but you can do that if you want to. Yeah. No, I wanted it at square. No, this one. This one. This one at square. Yep. Okay. You can get some wonderful things out of this. This is a terrible example of what you would use it for, but there it is, the shape sequencers, and you have 4 of these. One really cool thing, I believe, is in the matrix, is if you go in the matrix, let's see. Oh, I think it's in the shape C. Yeah, it would be a target. You can actually modulate the slope of one of them, and then you can modulate the ratcheting of another one of them. And I thought that was really super cool. Yeah, shape sequencer. So you can modulate the rate of all 4 of them, and then you can modulate the left value of A and the right value of B. Oh, that's cool. I don't think that was there before. Maybe it was, and I just didn't notice it during the beta phase, but you can modulate the left level or the right level. That's cool. But you can do that for either A or B, and you can modulate the curve of C, and I like that a lot. And you can also modulate the ratcheting. The ratcheting is the thing that I was doing with the mod wheel. That's the ratcheting. So the left is this, the right is this, and if we were using something like this, this would be the curve. And like I said, there's the ratcheting. That's the ratcheting. Okay, so I think it's interesting that they, as targets, they picked certain things to modulate. So let's go into C here, and I've got a let's just go double click to get to just the regular linear slope. And I don't think it visualizes the modulation of the slope, but let's see if it does. Mod wheel, I don't think it will. It doesn't. It doesn't show the modulation of the slope, but it will modulate it. But there's another thing that I think that should be added, the visualization of the modulation of the shape sequencer parameters. We should be able to see the modulation of the left and the right, and the slope and the ratchet. That would be really cool if you could see that modulation happening. That would be awesome. But I'm not complaining It's just a feature request. It's just a simple FR. So yeah, Hive 2. It's really super awesome. It was really exciting to be a part of the sound design team. And I am looking forward to making some more sounds with this. The wavetables are incredible. There's a new scripting language that allows you to create wavetables with math. And I suck at math, and I also suck at scripting languages, so I will let all of you do that for me, and I will just play with the wavetables that you create. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you next time.